students. So last class we see the preparation of some noble gas containing compounds. For example, the oxygen tetrafluoride agbodu and sorry, xenon tetrafluoride and xenon difluoride. So today we have to discuss some more compounds. They also form the reaction between xenon and other fluoride compounds. So last class we discussed the preparation of xenon difluoride, right? It is one of the compound. See, it contains both xenon and fluoride compound. So last class I discussed how to prepare this xenon difluoride. So by using ಅಥವಾ direct interaction or direct reaction between xenon and fluoride atoms or molecules. Again, what is the temperature range? What is the pressure range? Discuss madadre. Again, it is also having some of the properties like it is undergo hydrolysis and it is also gives the addition product when it is reacts with platinum pentafluorides, right? So today we have to discuss the next compounds. The next compound we called as xenon tetrafluoride. This is called as xenon tetrafluoride. It is also one of the important noble gas containing fluoride compounds. So what is the preparation? How to prepare this xenon tetrafluoride? So usually the direct interaction between xenon atoms again taken as a noble gas and the fluorine molecules. Now this is prepared. It is prepared by heating the mixture contains xenon and fluorine molecule. Fluorine molecules at 873 Kelvin under 7 bar pressure. 7 bar pressure. See, this is the next compound. See, xenon tetrafluoride. It is prepared by heating the mixture contains xenon and fluorine molecules. Xenon and fluorine molecules at 873 Kelvin under 7 bar pressure to gives the compound called xenon tetrafluoride. The compound called xenon tetrafluoride. We see the reaction. What is the reaction? Xenon, directly taken as xenon is a noble gas. It is reacts with, I said, fluorine molecules. How many fluorine molecules? It reacts with 2 fluorine molecules. In presence of temperature, it is equal to the 873 Kelvin under 7 bar pressure. Under 7 bar pressure, it gives us to xenon tetrafluoride. Xenon tetrafluoride is the one of the compound. It contains both the fluorine and xenon. The fluorine atom consists of xenon compounds anta kariteve athava xenon tetrafluoride anta kariteve. This is a preparation of xenon tetrafluoride. Now see what is the hybridization? What is the geometry? How many lone pair of electrons present in this compound? How many bond pair of electrons present in this compound? This is the only preparation. The next thing is we see the structure based on hybridization and the lone pair and the bond pair of electron present in this compound. Okay. So usually, so last class I will discuss nimage hege adana bond pair matte lone pair of electrons na hege predict madodu based on the bond pairs and lone pairs. We have to predict the hybridization. Based on hybridization, ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it may depends on hybridization or usually it depends on bond pair and lone pair of electron, the geometry of the molecule. Okay, we have to see this xenon tetrafluoride. Now taken as the structure. Xenon tetrafluoride. See, this is a xenon tetrafluoride. So generally it called. Just it is a rough sketch. ಇನ್ನು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. See, in case of xenon tetrafluoride, so we know that the general outermost electronic configuration of this noble gases is NH2 again NP6, NH2 NP6. This is the outermost electronic configuration of noble gases. ಇಲ್ಲಿ next ಯಾವ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ND d orbital ಬರುತ್ತೆ is equal to 0 in case of the stable electronic configuration of noble gases. We have to consider here the xenon. Okay, so now we have to write the electronic configuration in the fashion like this. See, this is a N2 orbital. The S orbital consists of 2 electrons. Again one is a p orbital. The next one is d orbitals. This is called as NP. This is called as ND. So it consists of 2 electrons in their s orbital. Again, this consists of 6 electrons in their p orbital. It is generally the ground state. Okay. When it is reacts with fluorine, if fluorine jothe react agitane fluorine tetrafluoride formation agbeku. It is basically xenon molecule iddhaga enagutte. This is the electron distribution in case of s orbital and p orbital. In case of ground state, react agudukku munche the xenon. The next thing is it is reacts with fluorine atoms. At fluorine molecule jothe react agaga enagutte. We have to see the electronic configuration. Nothing but electrons ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ excited state ಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Nothing but jump ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, active ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. See, in case you see NS F0 again NP again ND. So this is the ground state when it is the electronic configuration, the general electronic configuration of xenon. When it is reacts with the fluorine molecule, when it is react with fluorine molecules, see the 2 electrons idalva, it is shifted towards here. Illige enagutte shift agutte. One of the electron in one orbital, again the another electrons also shifted towards these 2 orbitals. Yavaga it is reacts with the fluorine atoms. General electronic configuration barutte. See, these are 2 electrons in the s orbital, again p orbital. The 2 electrons, again these 2 electrons shifted towards these d orbitals. See, because we need how many orbitals, vacant orbitals? 4 vacant orbitals for the attachment of fluorine molecules or the reaction between the xenon and fluorine molecules. 4 vacant orbitals in between. This is called as bond pairs in the color. This is called as bond pairs. It is reacts with the fluorine atom. See, one of the fluorine atom. The second one, this is the third one, this is the fourth one. And the xenon reacts with 4 atoms of fluorine or 2 molecules of fluorine. It is reacts with each other to form a bond in between xenon and fluorine atoms. Yava electrons involved after the bond formation can be called as bond pairs anta karithivi. Avagane enta karithivi bond pair of electrons anta karithivi. So now in case of this molecule, this is C 1 2 3 4. 4 bond pair electrons in the total. See, 1 2 3 4 4 bond pairs. Again one is see 1 2 2 lone pairs. Lone pair of electrons is 2. So what is the hybridization? What is the hybridization? See, totally 4 bond pairs ide, 2 lone pairs ide. Houdalva, based on the bond pairs and lone pairs electrons are according to the VSPR theory. The geometry of the molecule is based on hybridization. So hybridization or not. See, 2 lone pairs idava. This is the s orbital. It is the p orbital. Again d orbital. D orbital ಎಷ್ಟು orbitals involve ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ 2 d orbitals. Like what is the hybridization? The hybridization of this molecule is see 1 s orbital, again p 3 orbitals, d 2 orbitals. Like hybridization is sp3d2. sp3d2. See, this is the hybridization involving orbitals. This is called as sp3d2. This is the hybridization based on bond pair of electrons and lone pair of electrons. Okay. Now this is a bond pairs and lone pairs. Based on this bond pairs and lone pairs, we take as a geometry of a molecule. Geometry is, this is a square planar. This is a square planar geometry, or this is having square planar geometry. See, this is indicates the fluorine and xenon material. This is indicates the bond pair of electrons. The bond pair of electrons. Okay, we have to see two lone pairs. This is a two lone pairs. See, these two lone pairs. This is called two lone pairs. So now lone pair consider in case of geometry predict we have to consider only the bond pairs and lone pairs. So here based on this, the bond pairs and lone pairs, the geometry or the shape of the molecule is a square planar. Square planar is very important for 1 mark and 2 mark. So first of all, so we have to write the hybridization and the geometry. So you need to easily electron shift after. See, this is now the electronic configuration of noble gas. So before a reaction, so after reaction, they forming xenon tetrafluoride. After electron shift after. See, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹಿಂಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಸಿ 4 ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಿ 4 ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ನ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ 2, ಅಗೈನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ 2. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಜಂಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ a sp3d2 is a very important. Okay, this is regarding the preparation of xenon tetrafluoride, geometry of the molecule, hybridization of the molecule. This is a structure. This is a structure of xenon tetrafluoride. This is a electron shifting. Okay, this is regarding like a preparation and some properties of xenon tetrafluoride. Okay, the next thing is the next compound. The next compound is the xenon hexafluorides. Xenon hexafluoride. Actually, this xenon tetrafluoride, xenon hexafluoride is a good or powerful fluorinating agents. These are powerful fluorinating agents. These are very useful for addition of fluorine. The next compound is xenon hexafluoride. Xenon hexafluoride. Same thing here. So we have to see the first preparation. So here also the direct combination of both xenon and fluorine molecules react with each other in some reaction condition. It gives us to xenon hexafluoride. What is the reaction condition? See, the xenon reacts with 3 molecules of fluorine. 3 molecules of fluorine. In presence of, or it is the mixture, it is reacts. It is a mixture, it is reacts in presence of very important. See, the first one is the xenon difluoride. Xenon difluoride. So we see the temperature rise 673 Kelvin, 1 bar pressure, right? So in case of xenon tetrafluoride, it is equal to 873 Kelvin, is a 7 bar pressure. In case of this xenon hexafluoride, it is a 573 Kelvin, 6 to 70 bar pressure, under 6 to 70 bar pressure. See, the reaction condition is very important. In the ratio, so ಯಾವ ratio ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಈಗ, we have to take as a mixture, it is 1:20 ratio. In case of this xenon hexafluoride, in case of xenon difluoride, taken as a xenon is excess at ತಗೋತೀವಿ. Okay, excess quantity at ತಗೋತೀವಿ. In case of xenon tetrafluoride, taken as a 1:5 ratio. Taken as a reaction mixture is a ratio called 1:5 ratio. In case of xenon hexafluoride, is a 1:20 ratio. Taken as a mixture, it is heating in presence of 573 Kelvin under a 6 to 70 bar pressure. Okay, it gives us to xenon hexafluoride. It gives us to xenon hexafluoride. It is one of the method for preparation of xenon hexafluoride. Xenon hexafluoride. Another method also there. We have to react with the oxygen molecules, oxygen containing molecules. So this also reacts with each other to form a xenon hexafluoride. So one of the example here, so reading as one of the best example, xenon tetrafluoride. ಇದರಿಂದಲೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ನಾವು hexafluoride ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಡಿಗ್ನಸ್ xenon tetrafluoride it is interact with dioxygen difluoride. This is called as oxygen difluorides ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, oxyfluorides ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಅಥವಾ dioxygen or oxygenide fluoride. Dioxygenide fluoride. Okay, so it is reacts with the xenon tetrafluoride. So very important. To 443 Kelvin, sorry 143 Kelvin is the temperature is very important. Its temperature only it is reacts with the dioxygen difluoride to give rise to xenon hexafluoride. To give xenon hexafluoride. It is also one of the method for the preparation of xenon hexafluoride. Okay, we have to see the two methods for the preparation of both xenon hexafluoride. The first method is the direct reaction between xenon and fluoride molecules. Taking the reaction mixture in the ratio 1:20. The reaction condition is the temperature is 573 Kelvin and 60 to 70 bar pressure. It gives us to xenon hexafluoride. The next method for the preparation of same compound taken as the same. The xenon tetrafluoride, the previous compound, it is reacts with or interact with the dioxygen difluoride under the temperature, so 143 Kelvin, it gives us to xenon hexafluoride. Okay, it is also one of the method for preparation of xenon hexafluoride. Okay, the next thing is we have to see some like properties of these compounds like xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, xenon hexafluoride. The common property is these molecules undergo hydrolysis. It may be complete hydrolysis, it may be partial hydrolysis. Okay, so before going to hydrolysis process, we have to see these xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride and xenon hexafluoride all are colorless solids. These are colorless solids. So these are colorless solids. And now we have to see the structure and hybridization and the shape of the molecule, shape or geometry of the molecules in case of xenon hexafluoride. Same thing ಅದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೇಮ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಓಕೆನಾ, ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಯಾವ ತರ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಮಗಪ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಜೊಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಮಗಪ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದ ಔಟರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಔಟರ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ shell, outermost shell 1 2 3 4 5. This is called ns, this is called lp orbital, this is called nd orbital. In case of xenon is always 0, in case of ns2 is 2 electron present in s orbital. In case of p orbital it consists of 6 electrons, d orbital is 0 basically. Okay, so when it is reacts with fluorine atoms, so when it is reacts with the fluorine atom, so now electrons ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ಜಂಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, this is ns, np, nd. Okay, this is the s orbital, same thing, this is consists to electrons. So ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ see, so ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ fluorine atoms ಇಲ್ಲಿ 6 fluorine atoms ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ 6 ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು in between xenon ಮತ್ತೆ fluorine. Nothing but it consists of 6 bonds in between xenon and fluorine. Okay, ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ 6 vacant orbitals ಬೇಕು, because ಈಗ vacant orbital ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, they involve the bond formation in between xenon and fluorine, right? So ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ 6 vacant electron like orbitals ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು have to shift electrons. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, 2 orbitals ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಅಗೈನ್ two electrons ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, one of the electron ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, shift ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Again we have to shift another electron in the orbital. So ಯಾವ ತರ electronic configuration in case of the filling of orbitals taking place? See, so one of the electron here, again another electron, the three electrons in p orbital shifted towards each orbital in d. See, okay, so now this is called as bond pairs. So ಒಂದೊಂದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. See, this is the fluorine, 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 fluorine and fluorine. Okay, bond formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So now based on this we have to predict the bond pairs and lone pairs in case of xenon. In case of xenon hexafluoride, bond pair of electrons taken as a bond pairs and lone pairs. Bond pairs and lone pairs. The bond pair of electrons, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have to see 6 bond pairs. This is the only one. This is called as one lone pair. Okay, so you have to predict madadana easy gottaita. This is the shifting of electrons in their orbital, the outermost shells. Okay, so based on this we have to predict the bond pairs and lone pairs. Based on bond pairs and lone pairs and the outermost electrons involve the bond formation, now we have to predict the geometry. Okay, so geometry and hybridization. First we have to predict the hybridization. See, one s orbital involve ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, p orbitals ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 1 2 3, again d orbitals 1 2 3. So based on this we have to predict the hybridization. The hybridization is, see, one s orbital, again p orbitals 1 2 3, 3 p orbitals, again d orbitals 1 2 3. This is a d orbitals. So what is the hybridization? sp3d3. sp3d3. It is a hybridization of the molecules called xenon hexafluoride. It is a hybridization. So based on lone pairs and bond pairs, the geometry of molecule is a very important. The geometry of molecule is distorted octahedral. This is a geometry of the molecule is a distorted octahedral. So ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, we have to see the structure in case of distorted octahedral. Okay, so now we have to rub this electronic configuration in ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಈಗ ರಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, so geometry of molecule, this xenon hexafluoride. In case of xenon hexafluoride, okay, this is called as distorted octahedral. This is a structure called as distorted octahedral. Okay, this is one of the lone pair. So one lone pair dalva, see, the one lone pair 6 bond pairs. These are called 6 bond pairs. This is a one lone pair. The one lone pair ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ in between the structure. So ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. That it will change the structure. It will change the structure. What is the meaning of distorted octahedral? It is a change in structure. The octahedral ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it is a change. We call it as a distorted octahedral because of the presence of lone pair of electron. One lone pair of electron in octahedral structure. It is called as distorted octahedral structure. It is a very important. Difference in octahedral structure and distorted octahedral structure, both are different. Okay, this is the structure of this xenon hexafluoride. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, preparation ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. Again we have to see the two methods of preparation of xenon hexafluoride. So in case of xenon difluoride and tetrafluoride, we have to see one of the method for preparation of one method irutte, each one compound igonu. In case of hexafluoride, we have to see the two methods. The next thing is, this is a structure. ಈ ಮೂರು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಜೊಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ನೀವು ಮಗಪ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. ಸೊ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ನಾನು ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ದೆ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಜಂಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಲೈಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ ತರ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇ. Okay, this is the details. The next thing is these compounds. This is xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, xenon hexafluoride. It's a very important compound. These are colorless solid compounds. These are colorless solid compounds. Which one? Xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, xenon hexafluoride. These are colorless solid compounds. So these are supplying. This is very important for your competitive exams. Okay, these compounds, which compounds? Xenon difluoride, tetrafluoride, and hexafluoride. These are supply at about the temperature range is at 298 Kelvin. 298 Kelvin is very important. They have the property, the sublimable property. These compounds, xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, xenon hexafluoride, they are having one of the property called a sublimable property. The temperature range is at 298 Kelvin. 298 Kelvin is a very important point regarding your competitive exams. Okay, this is like a property, some of the properties of these compounds. The next thing is these compounds like xenon, hexafluoride agbodu, tetrafluoride agbodu matte difluoride, this also undergo hydrolysis. So this is undergo hydrolysis to give some more the different compounds, the oxygen containing compounds. Okay, the next is we have to study xenon oxygen compounds. Xenon oxygen compounds, when it is these compounds undergo hydrolysis to form xenon oxygen compounds, to form a xenon oxygen compounds. Okay, so before going to this, we have to see some like points they will ask for competitive exams. Okay, so this xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, and xenon hexafluoride, especially this xenon hexafluoride and xenon tetrafluoride. This molecule have some of the properties, the additional chemical properties. When it is reacts with like platinum hexafluorides, agbodu antimony, like we called as antimony pentafluoride inda enagbodu react agbodu, it will give addition product. So the first example is this one is xenon tetrafluoride, and then the first example is xenon difluoride. The xenon difluoride, it is reacts with platinum pentafluoride. Okay, it reacts with platinum pentafluoride. It gives the additional product like, see, xenon, it carries positive charge. Again, platinum hexafluoride, it carries negative charge. This is called as additional product anta karitivi. It is also one of the chemical property of xenon difluoride. Okay, so this is called as, this reaction is indicates, see, these molecules, which molecules? The xenon difluoride agbodu, xenon tetrafluoride or xenon hexafluoride, these molecules in which this fluorine atom ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ accept ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಡೊನೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Nothing but these molecules are reacts, these molecules in which the fluorine atoms or fluorine ions reacts with ಅಥವಾ these molecules are reacts with fluorine ion acceptors, to give cation species, cation species. Okay, so these molecules are reacts with fluorine ion acceptor to give cation species. Okay, same molecules reacts with fluorine ion donors. Like example, metal fluorides we call as fluorine ion donors anta kariತೀವಿ. So these are reacts with the fluorine ion donors to give or to form an ion species. So an ionic species, this is called as cation species anta kariತೀವಿ. Okay na? So this is one of the point regarding like so we take as the xenon difluorides, xenon tetrafluoride and the xenon hexafluoride. Xenon hexafluoride is very very important for your competitive exam. It is one of the reaction. Okay. The next reaction you have to see the fluorine ions donors jothe yav ತರ react ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Again we take as the acceptor. Again some more examples. See the xenon tetrafluoride again as the ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇದನ್ನೇ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. We take as difluoride. So it is reacts with xenon tetrafluoride reacts with antimony. So antimony fluoride, pentafluoride. Same. ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಟಲ್ ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಇದರ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? It gives us to positive charge negative charge. One is positive charge, one is negative charge. See, this is called as this ions idavalwa. ಯಾವ ions ಇಲ್ಲಿ antimony, pentafluoride, platinum, pentafluoride. This is called as ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? Fluorine atom ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ? Accept ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. See, these are reacts with fluorine ion acceptors. These are called as fluorine ion acceptors to form cationic species. See, this is a cationic species. This is a cationic species. Okay. The next thing is this reacts with the fluorine ion donors. Example are like metal fluorides. Taken as a metal fluorides. 6. General formula for metal fluorides taken as a MF. It gives us to see xenon. 6 ಇದೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 7 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. They carries negative charge. Again, the metal carries positive charge. The metal carries positive charge. Okay. See, this is called as these metal fluorides are called as the fluorine ion donors. Okay. So example here the metal may be sodium alkali metal ಆಗಬಹುದು, potassium ಆಗಬಹುದು, cesium ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ rubidium ಆಗಬಹುದು. These example for metals. Metal fluorides. Okay. This is a few information regarding like xenon difluorides and xenon tetrafluoride and hexafluoride. They will ask your competitive exams. Okay. The next thing is the xenon oxygen compounds. Xenon oxygen compounds. The xenon oxygen compounds, usually the first compound is a xenon trioxide. Xenon trioxide. It is one of the compound. It is one of the oxygen xenon containing compound. Okay. So, after formation usually this is undergo hydrolysis. So which type of compounds are undergo hydrolysis to give this xenon trioxide? Like the compounds like xenon tetrafluoride and xenon hexafluoride. Okay, these molecules or these compounds xenon tetrafluoride and xenon hexafluoride undergo hydrolysis. Undergo hydrolysis to give colorless explosive solid compound. Colorless explosive solid compound. Now it is xenon trioxide is colorless. It is colorless solid. It's a very important is explosive compound. Explosive compound. Okay. So ಯಾವ ತರ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೀದಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲೈಸಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲೈಸಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಲಿಸನ್ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹಿಂಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ, ಓಕೆನಾ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ನ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನೀವು ಮರೆತ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ, ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಬೇಕು ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮೆಥಡ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಟೇಕ್ as the basic example here. ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಜನ ಒಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಟೇಕ್ as ಫ್ಲೂರೈಡ್ ತಗೋಬೋದಾ ಅಥವಾ ಟೇಕ್ as hexafluoride ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, xenon hexafluoride first basic. It is undergo hydrolysis in presence of 3 molecules of water. So what is meant by hydrolysis? The cleavage or breakage of bond taking place in presence of water. Okay, so water is there. So again see xenon formation agutte, same thing. Okay, so oxygen ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, so ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದೆ? 3 ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. This is a xenon trioxide. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ? 3 2s are 6 hydrogen and 6 fluorine atoms. It gives us the stable compound 6HF, hydrogen fluoride. Okay, 6HF nothing but hydrogen fluoride. The process called as a hydrolysis. Okay, this is a process called as hydrolysis. It is complete hydrolysis. It is complete hydrolysis. Okay, now the xenon hexafluoride undergo complete hydrolysis in presence of 3 molecules of water. It gives us to xenon trioxide. Okay, this is a byproduct. We called as 6 molecule of hydrogen fluoride. Okay, this is one of the method for the preparation of xenon oxygen compounds. Okay, the process called hydrolysis. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವು ತಗೋಬಹುದು. We take as this compound, this xenon tetrafluoride. We take as 2 molecules of xenon hexafluoride tetrafluoride. See, so we take as 12 molecules of water. This is a 6 molecule of xenon tetrafluoride reacts with 12 molecules of water. It gives us to 2 molecules of xenon trioxide plus 3 molecules of oxygen gas, 4 molecules of xenon, 4 molecules of xenon, and the remaining is, see, how many fluorine atoms are there? How many hydrogen atoms are there? 12 2s are 24. So 24 molecules of HF is released. Okay, this is one of the method. It is also called as hydrolysis. Okay, but in case of compound here, the xenon hexafluoride here, xenon tetrafluoride. It's a complete reaction of xenon tetrafluoride. To utilize 6 molecules of xenon tetrafluoride, utilize 12 molecules of water. We call as hydrolysis process to give 2 molecules of xenon trioxide, 3 molecules of the molecular oxygen, 4 molecules of xenon, and 24 molecules of hydrogen fluoride. This is also one of the complete hydrolysis reaction. Okay, this is regarding the preparation. How to prepare ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Now we have to see same thing, the structure, what is the geometry, what is the shape, how many bond pair of electrons present in this compound, how many lone pair of electrons present in this compound. Okay, same thing here. Same, we take as xenon. The electronic configuration of xenon is Ns, Np, okay, this is Nd, here Np. This is a 2, this is a 6 total electrons. So in case of oxygen, ಇಲ್ಲಿ oxygen ಇದೆ, so ಒಂದು compound ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು. Already chemical bonding is very important. It's very important for your competitive exams also. So we have to predict the hybridization only in case of or basis of sigma electrons. Okay, not pi electrons. But ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ oxygen ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, we have to see the pi electrons. Okay, ಈ pi electrons ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ hybridization process ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, pi electrons ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ in case of hybridization process. Only we take as the sigma electrons. Okay, bond pair of electrons in case of sigma electrons na matra consider ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, pi electron na consider ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So based on this, now we have to predict the hybridization of this xenon trioxide. ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಟ್ರೈಆಕ್ಸಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಾನು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಸೊ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ xenonಗೆ xenon trioxide this is called as xenon trioxide. Okay, this is called as xenon trioxide structure. See, we have to see both the pi bond, sigma bond, pi bond, sigma bond, pi bond, sigma bond. So now we have to only consider here sigma bonds, not pi bonds. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ electrons ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ bond formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ but ನಾವು hybridization predict ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ so only consider sigma bonds, okay, not pi bonds. But electron shifting ಆಗುತ್ತೆ again one electron we have to need 6 vacant orbitals 6 ಬೇಕಾ 3 ಬೇಕಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ see so total 6 bonds 1 2 3 4 5 6 ಈ ತರ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ 6 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 3 pi bonds ಇದಾವೆ 3 sigma bonds ಇದಾವೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ 6 ಅಂದ್ರೆ so we have to see the 6 vacant orbitals so now we have to write the electronic configuration this is a ns2 again this is a p orbital 1 2 this is a d orbital okay this is a np this is a nd so then like reactor age electrons ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ see this is a 3 electrons shifting towards d orbital so this is a 3 bonds regarding the sigma bonds 3 vacant orbitals they form bond between the xenon and the middle molecules we call as pi bonds ಈ pi bonds ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ hybridization process ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ we only consider these sigma bonds so based on this the bonding pairs and the lone pairs now we have to see the actual structure and shape of the molecules and what is the one pair of electrons what is the lone pair of electrons present in this compound okay ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಈಗ see you have to see 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 bond pair of electrons ಬರುತ್ತೆ you have to see 6 bond pair of electron in case of xenon trioxide see lone pair of electrons is only one lone pair only one lone pair okay so now what is the hybridization of this compound see hybridization ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ so ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 3 pi bonds ಇದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು 5 bonds ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ in case of hybridization ಇದನ್ನ ಕನ್ನಡ so only we are consider only one s orbital p orbitals ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದಾವೆ 3 ಇದಾವೆ so now hybridization is only sp3 okay ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ನಲ್ವಾ ಸೊ ಅದ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಡಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ what is the reason the pi bonds pi electrons ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ they involve the bond formation ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ pi electrons ನ pi bonds ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ hybridization so based on this bond pairs and group pairs this is the hybridization now what is the geometry of the molecule what is the geometry or shape of the molecule we have to see the geometry is see ಈ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಲುಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಶೇಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ತರ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಸಿ ಒನ್ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಲುಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಪಿರಮಿಡಲ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಿರಮಿಡಲ್ ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಿರಮಿಡಲ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ geometry is pyramidal this is called as pyramidal ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ so usually pyramidal ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ so this is called as lone pair of electrons ಇದೆ we called as pyramidal shape ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ okay na it's very important so the next thing is the another compound say it is formed due to the same hydrolysis process we called as xenon oxy tetrafluoride and xenon dioxy difluorides two compounds okay this is the first compound the oxygen and the xenon containing compound the first compound is a xenon trioxide the next compound is xenon oxy tetrafluoride and xenon dioxy dichlorides ಅಥವಾ dioxygen dichlorides ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, now same compounds. So the basic compounds here, xenon hexafluoride. Xenon hexafluoride. The xenon hexafluoride undergo very important partial hydrolysis. Partial hydrolysis. Partial hydrolysis to give rise to these compounds. Partial hydrolysis ante ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. It's not a complete hydrolysis. Okay, it is called as a partial hydrolysis. We have to see. This is xenon hexafluoride reacts with one molecule of water. This is called as the partial hydrolysis. Okay, it gives rise to xenon one oxygen, xenon oxy. See, xenon oxy. Hydrogens idava ಇಲ್ಲಿ. See, how many hydrogens are there? We take as 2 hydrogen atoms idave. Again we take as 6 fluorine atoms idave. ಇಲ್ಲಿ complete ಒಂದು stable compound ನ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ eliminate ಆಗಬೇಕು. It utilizes 2 atoms of fluorine. In remaining is 4 atoms of fluorine, 2 HF. See, 2 HF. This is one of the process we call as hydrolysis. Hydrolysis. One molecule of xenon hexafluoride, it is undergo partial hydrolysis to give rise to xenon oxy tetrafluoride and 2 molecules of HF. 2 molecules of HF. This is called as the partial hydrolysis. We have to see the another method also. See, xenon dioxy dichloride ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ formation ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So same molecule xenon hexafluoride undergo partial hydrolysis in presence of 2 molecules of water. 2 molecules of water, it gives rise to xenon dioxy difluoride with the elimination of 4H. With the elimination of 4H. So this is called as the partial hydrolysis. This is called as partial hydrolysis. Now the compounds, this xenon oxy tetrafluoride and xenon dioxy difluoride, these are formed when it is which compound? The xenon hexafluoride undergo partial hydrolysis. Partial hydrolysis to give rise to xenon oxy tetrafluoride, xenon dioxy dichlorides. Okay, it is one of the method also. It is prepared by using hydrolysis process. This is regarding preparation. The oxygen and xenon are containing compounds. Now we have to see the structure and shape. How many bond pair of electrons present in this compound? How many lone pair of electrons are present in this compound? Basically, you have to see this compound. Okay, so xenon oxy tetrafluoride. So in xenon oxy tetrafluoride ಗೆ so ನಾವು ಡಿಗ್ನಸ್ electronic configuration same ಅದೇ ತರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. xenon ಅಲ್ವಾ ns2 again np6. So same thing here, orbitals 3p orbitals, again vacant d orbitals. Okay, this is called ND0. So basically ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. When it is reacts ಅಥವಾ when it is involved in reaction, so ಯಾವ ತರ electrons ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಈ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದೆ xenon oxy tetrafluoride. Okay, so total response ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು pi ಬಾಂಡ್ ಒಂದು ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ 2 plus 4 ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು ಟೋಟಲ್ 6 ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ, ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು 6. ಫ್ಲೂರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ 4 ಇದೆ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು pi ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಈಗ 6, ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ 6 ವೇಕೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Total 6 bonds. Okay, so ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇನಾಯ್ತು ಸಿಗ್ಮಾ ಬಾಂಡ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ನಮಗೆ ಪೈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಮಾತ್ರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವೀಗ, ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಸಿ 1s ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲ್, 3p orbitals and 2d orbitals. See, this is the hybridization of, this is the hybridization. See, sp3d2, it is the hybridization of xenon oxy tetrafluoride. Okay, so this is hybridization. So based on this hybridization, we have to see the bond pairs and lone pair of electrons. Bond pair is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ 5 again 6 bond pair and lone pairs ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ bond pairs ಎಷ್ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ 1 2 3 4 5 5 bond pairs 1 lone pair. 5 bond pairs 1 lone pair of electron ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್. Okay, based on this bond pairs and lone pairs, we have to predict the structure or the actual structure based on PS3ER theory. The structure of this molecule is, see, this is the xenon. It consists of 4 fluorine atoms. Okay, this is the 4 fluorine atoms. And 1 lone pair. So, the oxygen bond here. This is the oxygen. So again, one is a lone pair. So either. So now this is called as the square pyramidal structure. Now this is the structure square pyramidal. This is the geometry of the molecule. Which molecule? The xenon oxy. This is a tetrafluoride. This is the shape and geometry of the molecule based on the bond pairs and lone pairs. Okay. So next, in case oxygen e company vadintala barutte. So almost dioxide difluorides alli total bonds ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2+2. ನೋಡಿ 2+2 ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಬಿಡಿಂಗ್ನೆಸ್ 4 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ 4 ಅಲ್ಲಿ so total oxygen ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 2 bonds ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ total 4 bonds. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 1 sigma bond 1 pi bond. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ total 4+2. here also 6. 6 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5 bonds ಬರುತ್ತೆ. we are only consider these S and P 3 and D ಬರುತ್ತೆ. in case of xenon dioxide ಅಲ್ಲಿ the hybridization only sp3d ಬರುತ್ತೆ because ಇನ್ನೊಂದು diagonal ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ they involve the bond formation. which bond? the pi bond. Okay, this is regarding the xenon oxygen containing compounds. Xenon oxygen containing compounds and the hydrolysis process. Okay, the next thing is this is very important. This the xenon fluorides are called as the powerful chlorinating agents ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ is one of the process called sublimable at the temperature. It is very important. 298 Kelvin ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ these compounds the xenon fluorides undergo the property called sublimable property is very important. This is regarding the physical properties and chemical properties of these compounds. Xenon fluorides and xenon oxygen fluorides. Okay, the next thing is the uses of these 18 group elements called noble gases. Usually we know that these 18 group elements na usually helium agudu neon agudu. So nam ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಈ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಈ ಬಲೂನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಚೂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಏರ್ ಬಲೂನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಲಿಯಂ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ನ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಈ ನಿಯಾನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆರ್ಗಾನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಬಲ್ಬ್ಸ್ ನ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಲೈಕ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಡೈಲಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So before going to the uses of these noble gases, I will ask one question. See, this xenon fluoride, tetrafluoride. So xenon tetrafluoride taken as a hexafluoride, also one of the example. Again, xenon oxygen tetrafluoride. Again, xenon dioxygen difluoride. So when this xenon tetrafluoride undergo hydrolysis to give these two compounds, right? So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಡಾಕ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್? ಇದು ರಿಡಾಕ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಥವಾ the following this hydrolysis process is a redox reaction. You will ask your competitive exams. Okay, it's a very important. This is not a redox reaction. This is not redox reaction. This is not redox reaction. Okay, it is not redox reaction. Because why? Because in case of these compounds, these three compounds, the oxidation state of xenon is remains constant. It's always constant. So now predict ಮಾಡೋದಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ xenon hexafluoride ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, xenon oxy tetrafluoride ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, xenon dioxy difluoride ಅಲ್ಲೂ the oxidation state of xenon is always equal, same ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. But now ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ different compounds formation ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ is only because of the reaction state of these compounds. Okay, it's not a redox reaction. Okay, only depends on the reaction state. Only depends on reaction state of the compounds. And called as state or stages. Okay, state or stages of the compound. Okay, this is also one of the important points for your competitive exams. The next thing is the uses of these noble gases. The first uses of neon. So the first compound helium is one. So this helium compound is a very important. We know that the helium is a very lightest the gas in case of noble gases because of the very light the property and the very light property they having a very low weight at the lightest weight and the connectivity and the non-flammable property this helium, especially the helium. Okay, helium they having two properties. One is the weight of this helium is a very like low anta ಕರಿಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ತೀರಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ weight. This is called as lightest noble gas ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. Because of this reason and they also having one of the property called non-flammable property. Non-flammable property. So because of these two properties, this helium is used as filling of airs in balloons and airships. Airships ಮತ್ತೆ balloons ಅಲ್ಲಿ air fill ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈ helium gas ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So ಯಾಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ we have to see based on two properties. ಒಂದು ಲೈಟ್ ವೇಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನಾನ್ ಫ್ಲೇಮಬಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇವನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ it is used for filling the airs in balloons as well as the airships. So again the helium having one of the property, it is a very important property with having diluent property. Diluent property. So because of this property diluent of oxygen it is used in modern diving apparatus. Because of this property the helium having a diluent of oxygen so ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ it is used modern diving apparatus so ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಇದು so in case this is having the low solubility in our blood ಈ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ because of this property it is soluble in very low percentage ಅಥವಾ low percentage ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ it has a low percentage of solubility in blood. So only this property is called as a diluent of oxygen ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ diluent of oxygen is helium is used to filling the modern diving apparatus. Because of this reason they having low percentage of solubility in blood. Okay, the next property is also used in cool radioactive reactors ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ cool ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ this helium gas ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, this is one of the property, one of the uses of this noble gases. It is used in a radioactive reactor use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. The next and important property of this helium gas is this helium gas ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ we have to use like NMR spectra and MRI scannings ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. We have to word about NMR spectra and MRI scannings. NMR and MRI. So what is mean by NMR? It is a spectrological study. Okay, NMR is a spectrological study. So NMR ಅಂದ್ರೆ nuclear magnetic resonance is one of the instrument. This is a nuclear magnetic resonance. Again this one MRI. This is called as magnetic resonance imaging ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Magnetic resonance imaging. This is called NMR. This is a nuclear magnetic resonance. ಎರಡೂ process ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ especially this MRI scanning ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. It is used, this helium is produced, the suspending ಅಥವಾ sustain spectro ಅಥವಾ very important specific ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರೀಬಹುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ they produce the magnets. Okay na, spectromagnetic ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Okay, so superconducting material we call as magnesium. this helium produced sustained superconducting magnet. So produce sustained superconducting magnets in case of both NMR and MRI. So it is used because of this nature. These are used for cleaning diagnosis in case of these two. Because of this nature, it to produce sustained superconducting magnet. This property. So in case of these two instruments, this helium is used as a clinical diagnosis purpose. Okay, this is the uses of helium. It is also used in a cryogenic liquid, especially the liquid helium is used as a cryogenic liquid. So it provides a very low temperature. What is mean by cryogenic? Cryogenic liquid. See, cryogenic liquid it provides very low temperature. So the compounds have to preserve in very low temperature. We call it as cryogenic. This is having one of the nature, the liquid cryogenic properties only. It is used as a cryogenic liquid for very low temperature, for maintenance of very low temperature. So many reactions and laboratories, etc. Okay, this is the important uses of helium. The next is neon. The neon is used as especially the fluorescence. In fluorescence bulb use neon bulbs anta karithivi, especially again discharge bulbs anta karithivi. In neon use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ, especially fluorescence and discharge bulbs ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಈ neon use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Again some of the like gardens, especially like ಲಾಲ್ ಬಾಗ್ ಅಂತ gardens ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ garden lightings ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, we called as the fluorescence lights ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ neon lights ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. neon bulbs in gardens ಅಲ್ಲಿ like ಈ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ಇವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಈ neon bulbs ನ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಹಿಂದೆ ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈಕ್ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಈ ಕತ್ಲನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾರೀಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಲ್ಬ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫ್ಲೂರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಲ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಆ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಯಾನ್ ಬಲ್ಬ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇವುಗಳನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂಶಲಿ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಬಲ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಯಾನ್ ಬಲ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫ್ಲೂರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಲ್ಬ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನಿಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಆನ್ ಆಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ಸ್. ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಯಾನ್ ಬಲ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಯಾನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So next thing is the argon is very very important. The argon is used in electrical bulbs. Okay, the electrical bulbs are used ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. And the most important uses of argon, this argon is used, the argon gas is used in a welding and high temperature metallurgical processes because to inert the atmosphere like surrounding. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಟಲರ್ಜಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ವೆಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಶಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಸುತ್ತ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವ್ಯಾಪಿಸಿ ದ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಆ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಇನರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇನರ್ಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಅದು ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅವು ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಇನರ್ಟ್ ದ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಇನರ್ಟ್ ದ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಡೀಪ್ನೆಸ್ ದ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ನೋಬೆಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ಗಾನ್. ಈ ಆರ್ಗನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ಸ್ ಇನರ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಫಾರ್ ವೆಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಮೆಟಲರ್ಜಿಕಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್. Okay, again this is also used some of like lights the argon. Okay, this is the important uses of argon. So again krypton and xenon. So till now we didn't see any specific uses of this krypton and xenon. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಇವುಗಳನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಬಲ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಬಲ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, this is the important uses of the noble gases helium, neon, argon and krypton and xenon. Okay, this is regarding the 18 group elements. So next class I will start with the 16 group elements. Okay, this is regarding the 18 group elements. ಅದಷ್ಟು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಜಿಯೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ವ ಅದೇ ಇದನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂಟಿಲ್ ಯು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋವರೆಗೂ ಲೈಕ್ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಲೆಕ್ಕನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಥರನೇ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ.